Hello everybody, I recently went to visit Dave at Beeton Hough Junction. He has a spectacular layout, but one of the reasons for my journey over there is I wanted to do a swap with him, and I had a couple of locomotives, one of which was a class 37 and the other one was a class 58, both in EWS livery, and they were a little bit out of place on my layout. So after having a quick chat with Dave, I decided to do a swap with him, and one of which was this, which is a class 47. This one's called Prince Henry, and this one is one of the Royal Trains of the mid-90s. Really nice locomotive. It's not without its small little faults, but there again, it is an old locomotive and these things are expected. But it is a very good runner, and I've quickly given it a service, put a spot of oil in it, and yeah, it runs really nicely. And the other locomotive that I swapped with Dave was this one. Very nice loco this one is. This one is made by Mainline, and this one runs quite well too. Again, I've given this one a quick little service, and yeah, it runs really nice. I've been given a little bit of a challenge, and David has handed me two locomotives. We have this one, and we have its sister engine, this one here. He's asked me to give these a bit of a service, and he did say that one of them was a bit of a slow runner. So without further ado, we'll put these on a test track and see what we've got to play with. We'll go with the red one first and see what we go with that one. Right, power's fully on one way, fully on the other way. Right, get a little bit of power and try and coax it. A little power. There we go. Oh. Yeah, right, okay. That one's not working very well, is it? Okay. Let's try the black one. Black one's on. A little bit of power. Bit noisy. This one seems to be working a lot better than the red one. Okay. Right, and now I've established that they both work, let's take the red one apart and see where we go from there. Okay. We have one flat bladed screw in the back. Take that one out first. Very difficult to see. first screw. I've never taken one of these apart before, so there we go. This particular example is a British built model. This one's got an XO3 motor in it, as you can see there. Motor itself doesn't really look all that bad. There's no signs of burning or anything else like that. All the wiring looks to be in very good order, and the brushes also look to be in very good order as well. You can't see that very well, but you'll have to take my word for it. Right, let's give it a clean. The cleaning, I'm using my tried and trusted preference of isopropanol and cotton wool wood. Now, I'm not going to take this apart. Quite simply is I don't think you need to. One other thing is if you do take the motors apart, you can demagnetize the motor. Now this particular motor has quite a strong magnet, so hopefully just a quick clean will fix the problem. Once all that is done and dried off, I will then go around and dab some oil on. I'm using this new pen from Gauge Master, and all you need, one drop on each working component. So one drop on that bearing there, and one drop on that bearing there, and it's all you need. Now it's back on the track, we'll give it a go and see if it actually starts to work. A bit energetic. Still needs a bit of coaxing, but I think that's mostly due to the fact it just needs to warm up, I think. But yeah, that is most certainly an improvement. Excellent. Right then, we'll put that one back together then, and then we'll have a go at the other one. There we go. Yeah, that sounds and runs absolutely beautifully there. Right then, Dave, that's one done. Now we go with the next one. So again, one flat blade screw on the back. Like so. Hey, what's this? I'm sure that's not going to help. I just actually found a paper clip in between the wheels like that. Wow. Right, okay. Let's get rid of that. I don't know where that come from. Okay, so take the body apart. So we lift at the back and then pull forward at the front. And then the whole thing comes apart. Okay. Now then, because this one didn't run very well, we will give it another check. Again, motor and brushes all seem to look like they're in very good condition. We'll give it a quick run again. Again, it needs coaxing and it is very noisy as well. Yeah, okay, right, and initial inspection looks to me like there's a lot of dirt on these wheels, especially on the rear ponies here, and the front pony wheels dirty too. These wheels also feel quite stiff. That one isn't too bad, but these ones do feel stiff and they don't spin at all. Front one does, but the back ones don't. So we will pay particular attention to the back wheels on this one. Now on this one, what we will also do is I've already done this to the other model, but I'll show you how to do it on this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the motor out on this one. Now I did say not to take the motor apart, but it is okay to take the motor out. So we will unscrew the motor, and then over here you will see the connections there. The connections to the wheels simply just pull out. And we'll do the same on the front. There's also a connection on the front, and that one also just pulls out like so. Once you've done that, then you can remove the whole motor like that. Okay, so we'll put that to one side for now. We'll come back to that in a minute. Right, now then, now what I want to do now is I want to take the bottom cover off. Now in order to do that, first of all you do need to have the motor out of the way first before you can do that. But you have 4 clips, one there, one there, one there, and one there. Undo those 4 clips and the bottom should pull out. Although I will say it's easier said than done. Back in a minute. Okay, with an awful lot of swearing I finally got it apart. It appears there isn't 4 clips, there's actually 6. So those were the 4 I was trying to undo, but it turns out there's another 2 here as well. Yep, you live and learn every single time. One other thing was, is as I was taking this off, I've also noticed there's a little bit of damage here as well as you can see. As you can see, the one side of that bogey has been broken there. So I sincerely hope that that doesn't affect its running ability. I shouldn't think so, but yeah, as you can see, they are very thin and very delicate, so you must be very careful with those. Anyway, yes, so I finally finally managed to coax this out once I realised there was actually 2 more clips. And on this one we will just give the bearing houses a quick wash, and then that's it. That's all we need to do on that. And then the same again here on the bearings, we'll give those a quick wash, and we can spin the wheels as well while we're doing it. Okay, just having a quick look, there is no debris inside. Everything all looks to be reasonably clean still. Just give the wheels a quick once over. I can just refill it again. Anyway, right, so that's that now. One other thing I will do actually is I will put a drop of oil on the connecting rods here, just so the oil comes out. There we go. Okay, that's that. Right, okay. Now then, once that is done, I'll put that to one side for a moment. Now we will look at these. Now, before I said these were not spinning very well, but on closer inspection now, I think they're all right actually. They must have been catching when I was trying to spin them. Anyway, so we'll give these a quick wash, and then we'll add a bit of oil to these as well. Front baby back on. Rear one. And then finally put air free or clip back on. You know what? I wish it was that easy to come off as it was to go back on. So that's that done. So just for reference sake, first 2 clips are there, second 2 there, and third 2 are there. Okay? Right. Now everything is all suitably oiled. I'm going to put the motor back in. Just before we do put the motor back in, what I'm going to do is give the contacts a clean. So using my track rubber, I just rub the brass contacts, copper contacts, whatever it is. I think it's copper actually. Copper contacts. Like so, so they're nice and shiny. And then that's it. Put the motor back in, so it pops into place, and then put the screw back in there, like so. First contact in, that slides, you probably can't see from there, but it slides down inside of the plastic clip which holds the underside on, and then just one pushing home like so, and do the same on the opposite side. Goes down like a little plastic sleeve, and then just one's coaxing home with a screwdriver like so. Now to give it a light oiling. One drop of oil on the back, on the front bearing, sorry, and then one drop of oil on the back bearing, and that is all you need. Right. Now to test it. Lovely. Right then, we'll put that one back together, and I think that'll be that. The one thing I found with the last one is it was very difficult to try and get it in the hole without the screw falling down the back of here and into the underside of the body. So if you hold the chassis up at a slight angle, place the screw in and then just drop it, and hopefully it will find its way through like so. Then you get the body, you hook the front in first, and then very carefully drop the back down, and then with your screwdriver screw in the back like so. No need to over tighten it, just nip it up nice and gently, and then there we go. A bit noisy. This one seems to be working a lot better than the red one. Done. There you go, Dave. Well done.